Previously on Viva La Cosplay.
It'll be a great way to show those of you watching who have never made braces before how to make bracers, since they're very simple and again not very detailed. So you get to watch me do that, so it's awesome.
We just finished up Saturday at Baltimore. It was a lot of fun. We did the costume contest.
Yeah, all day.
Tell them the news, Sam.
I'm tired. I won third place. We won the professional category.
Yay! With what costume?
And with my Space Marine Rodney.
Yeah, good Rodney. Nikki and I didn't win, but that's okay because that's not what cosplay is about. It's about having fun. And we met lots of new people, and we had such a good time.
Should have brought duct tape. Should have brought duct tape. Always bring duct tape. What are you doing?
I don't have the best range of motion here, so in order to make the arm go up, the rest of me has to go down.
We've done our research, we've done our studying. Right now it's just the very preliminary stages. So I went with the most basic design, but it's also one of the more iconic ones, is specifically from Vasquez, if you know aliens at all. With some undercuddling.
Cuddling, some undercuddling.
With some undercutting, we can get this bend from the foam. Back to you, Jamie.
Jamie.
Like Jesse had explained to you just a second ago, we are working on the straps. I'm helping them out a little bit because no matter what, when you're working on any sort of rig like this, it's kind of a two-man job because you want to make sure things are symmetrical. They are sitting the way that they're supposed to be sitting, and it just helps to have another person around.
And that's just to give an idea. You look like an angel or something.
I mean, it wraps around your body.
It's gonna give you a little hug.
Okay. Alright, this is good. So this is what's up. I'm trying to turn myself into a furry little animal. I said a furry little animal. So anyway, I kind of was stuck on how I was going to make Bucky's head. I think it's going to be the hardest part. The idea was to build it kind of like a helmet and use the Evil Ted way of doing things. I took that basic concept and added a rabbit design to the front.
I know my future on the show has been extremely debatable. I'm actually sitting in a hotel room in Sierra Vista, Arizona. I flew all the way out here from Virginia to visit Devin. You know, I came out here to see his graduation. We got married, and it's been a very good visit. It was is she gonna stay? Is she gonna leave? What's she gonna do? And I'm staying. I can stay. I will be putting in all my work, and I will be at that 2-day show. Maybe I'll snag Devin.
This is Viva La Cosplay. In Montejo, North Carolina, we catch up with Jackie after her incredibly busy and successful tour with Wizard World.
Hey dudes, I have been making some stuff, like a lot of stuff. That's funny because it's right there. But I have not really completed many things. So, my King Varian Ren from World of Warcraft, I found this really cool art that this guy did. He actually works for EA. How weird is that? I was like, man, I thought it'd make such a cool Gendervan. Like, I should totally do that character because I'm super into Gendervan. And I was like, VA Comicon. Great place to rock that. There's lots of other cool armored friends that are there, and yay! Just felt like a good idea. Well, I started it, built my little chest piece with some awesome Terraflex, which was really cool. I got it for like a super great deal because con price, that's actually something that's lower at the con as opposed to things that aren't lower at the con. So, got a bunch of that. And I used wood burning tool, got a bunch of really cool details in it, cut some little cool foam filigree shapes, built my awesome freaking Warbler muscles because who doesn't want Warbler muscles? Real muscles are so outdated. That costume is right there, I can't spin it. My bow is tackling it, so I did finish my bow, which is fun for Flareon, which I'll take that to VA Comicon with my Flareon, because Katie Fleming will be Jolteon. So we'll be buddies together, Pokemon buddies. Oh, Pokemon! Oh, I made this mace, so what was holding me off from finishing this, or what has been taking up some time, but not much time, but a little, is this flail. My friend Stephanie, I love her so much, is doing a Johanna costume from Heroes of the Storm for BlizzCon, and she ran out of brain space. She was really frustrated and was like, I need some help. She didn't say that. I just like, I love Stephanie, so I'm just gonna surprise her and just make this for her. I just started like last Saturday night, I think, at like 1 in the morning. I was like, let's just make this flail. It sounds like so much fun. I managed to pull this off really quickly. Just super exciting because she's gonna be able to flail people. That's not the part that's supposed to be the part.
In Williamsburg, Andrew updates us on his Night of Flowers upgrade.
So I've finally finished my update of Dolores Tyrell costume, Night of Flowers, and it's a pretty massive update. Although Dragon Con was a great experience, it also taught me that for a first try, well, it was a first try. I did a lot of things wrong. The EVA foam, although it looked great and it was water resistant, I sweat it to death in the 90+ degree Georgia heat. The glue started falling apart, the EVA foam started falling apart in a couple places, the paper roses that I'd used just died. So I remade the whole thing with Sintra, like I already talked about, like you've seen some of already. But I thought I'd do a little side-by-side comparison with some of the old stuff and some of the new stuff. One of the biggest changes that I made was, this is my old chainmail. It was attached to a t-shirt for cooling, and the knit, or rather the crochet, actually works really well at first. The problem is it picks up this weird black fuzz from the armor. I don't know why, I don't know what it is, but it does. And it's surprisingly hot. I mean, not surprisingly, I guess, because it is a sweater. But what did surprise me is that when I made actual chainmail, although it was tremendously time-consuming and is heavy, it breathes really well because of all the loose rings. And so it wasn't nearly as hot. Now, the chainmail does have to be worn over what's called a gambeson. That's a padded, quilted tunic that goes under the chainmail and under the armor and prevents the chainmail from eating your skin alive. Never, ever wear chainmail against bare skin. They didn't do it in the Middle Ages for a damn good reason. I got a little overboard, I guess, with the gambeson. I'm a detail freak, everybody knows that. I wanted the gambeson to be as good as everything else. If I was going to redo this much, I was going to do it right. So, this is my gambeson. It is quilted and padded. It's all cotton, so it breathes really great. But it's also hand embroidered with the Tyrell family crest and some decorative vine work. This took me about 10 hours, give or take, but even though nobody ever sees it because it's under the chainmail and under the armor, I'm really happy with it and proud of it. It makes me happy. And I also have this pretty die-cut floral motif suede on the trim. Nice little clasp. The good news is that with this piece, if I'm at a con late, or if we're going out to Waffle House or whatever afterwards, I feel comfortable taking off the armor and taking off the chainmail, and I still look good. That's something else that I discovered at Dragon Con. Even when I was melting alive, I didn't want to take off the armor and chainmail because I had that t-shirt underneath. Overall, the biggest thing I did was I updated the armor itself. Now this is what is left of the old breastplate. The side pieces came off because the glue died. It still looks pretty good even with the dead flowers, but it's completely soaked through, and it stinks. This is the new breastplate, Sintra. It's got all the same detailing. The roses this time are Sculpey. It's oven baked, so they're a lot sturdier and a lot prettier, I think. I had to replicate all that work, but this is really tough. This, I could actually take a couple of good hits. And because of the way it's molded, it fits me a lot better. It doesn't shift and ride, and I don't have to keep readjusting it. And really, really good all put together. I had some photo shoot pictures done, and I'm so proud of how it came out. As it is, I am really, really proud of my first attempt at armor. I really think this is the best thing I've ever made.
Meanwhile, Jessica focuses her attention on helping fellow cosplayers with their Star Wars projects.
I am finishing up a couple things for a couple of my friends. I was working on a robe for my friend John for a Star Wars thing. You can see back here he's done. Not the best work of art, but I'm pretty happy with it. And let me show it to you. A Jedi robe thing, I guess. There's some pleats in the front. It's not super pretty right here, but there'll be a belt. And everything else is as it should be, so I'm happy with how it turned out. I didn't use any patterns or anything. That's kind of cool. And I'm also working on pants for my friend Allison. She's doing Sabine Wren. I'm almost done with them. The pant legs are assembled. Now I just need to add a piece right here, and then I'm gonna have to connect them, so. And then when I'm done with these, I'm gonna start focusing more on my costume because I need to get that done too.
My turn to shine. Oh god, I'm fall. So I have put a base coat on most all of my Embo stuff. I'm making these super cute little feetsies right now. He's like, he has like wraps over most of his legs, so he's like a sand and a planet guy. I'm gonna finish these up. I'm just gonna do some simple paint job on these, then they'll be good to go. But I'm going to right now start painting the chest armor he has. It's super yellow if you haven't noticed that yet. So I'm gonna darken this thing up and make it look more and do like tons of battle damage and that kind of thing. We have a month till the con. Finish our stuff. I think we can do it.
Alright, so I finished a shirt for the Sabine costume for my friend Allison that you've seen me work on for a little bit. It's taken me a couple days. I'm really, really happy with how this turned out. It's not perfect by any means, but for something that I just kind of winged, I'm really happy with how it looks. So I just wanted to show you. It's okay, there's going to be a piece of armor over it, so no one's going to really know. Only I'm going to notice. And everybody else now who noticed, just watch this and is going to see it. In regards to sewing, you see me sew quite a bit. I do a lot of sewing for my costumes. I also help out Nikki and Sam. I've been doing stuff for other people now. I'm not a good sewer by any means. My lines aren't perfect. A lot of times I mess up many times before I get it right. So don't take that as me saying that I'm bad, because I've come so far in this past year. Even a few months ago, I wouldn't have been able to do something like this. So I'm really proud of how far I've come and how much I've learned, and I'm just teaching myself and learning as I go. And that's kind of a big deal. Just a message to everybody out there: don't give up. You want to do something, just keep at it. You're gonna get good. You're gonna be awesome. Yes, be awesome.
In Luray, Katie is ready to take chances, make mistakes, and get messy.
Hello Welcome to my cosplay room. I'm working on things right now. I'm pretty excited. I'm actually making progress. Hooray! I have some life changes coming up soon. I'm not gonna tell you what, but I do. And it's gonna put a pretty big halt on my cosplay stuff. It's probably gonna put me like a week behind. I'll put it that way, so that should be fun. So I am currently working on things, and I'm working on Miss Frizzle's pet, Liz. So that's pretty exciting. I wanted to make sure to incorporate Liz because he was a big part of the show, or she was a big part of the show. I'm pretty excited to incorporate Liz into this project because I love Liz. Liz is so cute in the show. I'm making a couple legs. So what I'm doing is I'm sculpting him out of Warbler, which Warbler in itself, if smushed together, can actually be pretty heavy, so you kind of want to avoid that. So this guy is actually hollow in the center. I based him out of craft foam and then wrapped the craft foam in Warbler and then kind of made a cavity in the center of him. Except the tail is solid. So this little guy is actually pretty heavy. It's gonna be pretty heavy. This is what I originally patterned him out of. I just kind of took a piece of paper. I traced him on a picture on the internet. You can see all my lines that I did. But I eventually got the whole piece of paper is the size that I generally wanted. And I just kind of made my own little pattern. You can see that, you know, see him? So I based him out of just starting with this, and then I transferred to craft foam, and then I wrapped the craft foam in Warbler, which then in return I've been working on him and then adding all these little features. If you are curious, I am using Warbler, and then I have Instamorph, which is the white stuff. This, basically what it is, you can kind of see on the inside, it's little pellets. You heat them up. You can do it just like Warbler with a heat gun or on a stove top in water, and I prefer that way because the pellets don't get so hot. If you do it via the heat gun, it can get pretty hot and it's hard to touch it, and you're just like juggling it while you're waiting it to cool. But right now I'm working on a couple feet for Liz. Basically what I did here, you can see 1 foot. I just kind of pattern him out, and I'm working on getting one to kind of match for the other side. And I'm just kind of laying it on top of him and just kind of seeing if they match, and fun times. And he does. And then what I'm going to do for the feet, he has 5 little toes. He has 5 fingers. So this is going to take some scissors while it's hot, and I'm actually going to just cut right into the Warbler. I don't know if you can see. I can cut right into the Warbler. And use a pair of scissors that you're not too worried about, because cutting Warbler with just standard scissors can dull it down pretty quickly. So just keep that in mind. You may want like a more utility scissor. But now I have 5 little toesies, and I'm going to come over here to the side. Try to get it pretty even. Heat up. You just heat up the side that I want to stick it on. I got a foot on. And now we have 2 little feeties, see? And he stands up now, so he can actually like sit here. And ta-da! And now he has to have 2 little armsies. And then I'll show you guys some Instamorph stuff because that's fun. This is his little, see the little guy? He stands up now.
In Richmond, Jesse armors up for his Colonial Marine cosplay.
I'm wearing my prom dress. I'm wearing my armor. I'm gonna hunt some bugs here. Big bug problem here.
Are you doing Super Troopers?
Super Troopers?
Yeah. Hunting bugs?
It looks like cotton.
Super Troopers?
I mean Starship.
Alright, man.
Starship Supers?
Starship Super Alien.
Starship
Marine
Supers?
Troopers? USMC Colonial Marine maggot. There's supposed to be like padding underneath my straps. So we're just gonna take some foam and wrap it in some black fabric to make it seem like it's cushiony. So yeah, we're just fitting that on. Good old foam.
Good old fitting.
Good old fitting foam.
Good old fashioned fit
Good
job.
old cushion job. Did you just round it? Down here?
Yeah.
What about the back? How's the back look?
Good.
With some progress being made, the boys of White Tiger Films venture out into the night for more supplies.
So we're at Lowe's. What are we looking for, Jess?
Paint. We need paint. A doodad to there's a big battery pack on my back. We need to figure some way to make it cheap, sturdy. It needs to be able to support some extra weight. We'll be adding some PVC coming out of it. You'll see diagrams and stuff of that later. So yeah, we're just doing some shopping, little browsing. Right, someone was buying that too. It's up to you. Yeah. Look at that, that's a good shot. When in doubt, Google it.
This is light gray or dark gray. No weathering on top of it.
Yeah, no, if we go with the darker color, the weathering will look even better. Yeah, the lighter streaks, it'll just pop out kind of thing.
Yeah.
We'll be able to get some more definition out of it.
Alright. Just some plasters up to smooth everything out. Primer for color.
Back in Charlottesville, Matt seeks a little help from his friends and a few other cosplayers at Zin Studios.
Viva La Cosplay! Making this stuff. What are you think? This is like a weird shoulder thing. Shoulder collar topper thingy. What do they call it for the
Armor.
comma?
It's a comma.
Sure.
You gonna light those eyes up?
No.
No. Alright, well, I'm here at the Zin Studios home. Everybody's working on cosplay stuff. Got a bunch of people here. We're all working on our costumes. The ladies have disappeared for a while, so I'm gonna go upstairs and see what they're doing. They're listening to me right now.
We're working on some sewing things. Love it. So we cut the pieces for this hood part, and then we are just going to pin it together and then make adjustments before sewing to make sure everything fits the way we want it to go.
Okay, so Jessica let me try sewing. It was disgusting and horrible. It was disgusting, and I think I almost broke your sewing machine. So she's helping me finish off the rest, or like hem around the edges and stuff, make it look nice.
In Wisconsin, Rachel is feeling a little under the weather.
So it's a typical Friday night. I always get sick, so I've had the Black Plague I caught from... You said sorry prematurely! So I've been really sick the last couple of days, but I'm feeling a lot better than what I was a couple days ago. Just working on Pepicura right now, watching Enter the Dragon, playing World of Warcraft, and then I have my computer open as well with my Pepicura file open, because I like looking at all the individual pieces and stuff like that, so okay. Do you love my Pepicura? Don't eat it! I probably shouldn't ask for that. So this is my Pepicura so far. I've been holding it together with tape. I could be using the crazy glue that I bought over there, but me and glue right now
sitting on the couch downstairs with my computer open, with food open and stuff. My shameless milk duds over there. It's been holding up pretty okay so far. I'm going to be coating it with some wood glue later. I do not want to use resin. Covering it with Warble. I'm gonna see how that works. I'm not entirely sure. I like having Pepicure open because like it's just really nice viewing everything, and you get to click individual pieces and be like, oh, okay, so I need to find this one piece goes with this other piece over here, and then I get to find it in my bin of little pieces right here, and then I get to tape it all together. It's funny. I have to point this out because it's my beanie hat right now. Created the beanie hat. I love my beanie hat. Don't judge me, but it's gonna be a mask. Just been working on that, and it's going on pretty good so far. Hope to have a lot more done this weekend because heaven knows that's the only time I get to work on it. I finished the mask. Well, I finished the Pepicure version of the mask. Here it is. Oh, it's so beautiful. Hello, my name is Darth Revan. I like to party. You know, I actually liked working with Pepicure. It took a while. It took maybe about an hour and a half to cut all the pieces out. And then putting it together, I actually don't know how long it took to put it together. Several hours. I mean, it was several hours worth of work putting it together. And again, I put this together with tape. I did not use glue because glue is messy and I was downstairs. So it is held together with tape. I don't know if you can really kind of see that. It's okay. I mean, it holds it together for now because what I'm going to be doing with it, I guess normally you would coat it to harden the cardstock with like resin, fiberglass stuff, kind of things you need to do outside, which I'm sorry, I'm tired of shopping right now. I want to use what I have here. And the fact it is quite literally 95 degrees out right now, and it's only 10 degrees cooler like in here. But it gets that way sometimes in the summer, because we only have summer and winter. There's no fall or spring. It's just an urban legend up here, up north today. Up north. So instead of resin casting, I'm going to be using wood glue that I normally use anyway, and I will be taking that time to prime the bracers because it's out and I can kill two birds with one stone. Actually, that's a poor bird. No, I'm not gonna kill a bird with two stones. I'm gonna kill two pieces of my project with preparation and a can-do attitude. So I'm just using Titebond 2, which is what I normally use. I just get this at like Menards or Home Depot somewhere. Just wood glue, and what I'm gonna be doing, I mean, other people I guess have used this before as an alternative to using like the resin fiberglass, voodoo, mojo, jojo stuff. So you put just like a few thin layers, like really thin layers, otherwise I guess there is a problem of it might warping or something. But put a few layers on the inside and on the outside. Once that's a little bit more, hardened and stable, I'm gonna be taking good old Warbler and I'm going to be heating it up so it's like super, super dribbly, drobbly, timey-wimey stuff. And being able to just lay it over the mask and kind of push it into the grooves and stuff like that on the inside and outside, so then I will have not only a Pepicure mask, but it will be made of Warble as well. But I'm gonna try that. I don't know how well that's going to work. So there is a chance that all the work that I just did here will be no more, but for art, like science art for science art. Because I'm going to try it, because I really want it to be made out of Warble, because I'm a Warble fanatic, and I just feel like it'll protect it more if it's like encased in Warble. It'd be really nice. So I'm gonna get started on priming it and my bracers with that Titebond 2 wood glue, and get my Starbucks. And so my Starbucks and I, we're gonna be working on art projects. Optimus with Starbucks. Yes, we are. We are going to do great things today.
The window of time is fast closing. With VA Comicon now less than a month away, our cosplayers are beginning that familiar race, an uphill battle to complete their projects. With so many obstacles left standing, we find ourselves asking, will our cast finish before the big show? Find out next time on Viva La Cosplay.